Hey guys, I just had the swallow study done, which is super interesting, and it just makes me realize how mainstream medical stuff, they are not very knowledgeable about gastric bypass patients. Like, you have to advocate for yourself, you have to bring it up and multiple times tell them these things. Like, I go in and I was like, okay, all these different like barium liquids and solids and whatever. I was like, things might be a little bit different because I've had gastric bypass surgery, and they were asking about like the vitamins I take and stuff like that. And then, she was showing me all the amounts of liquid, and I was like, oh, it might take me a long time if you expect me to drink all of that, because, I can't just like chug a liquid. It takes a little bit. I have to like sip things and whatever. She was like, oh yeah. And then I was like, how much sugar is in, the liquids? Because if I have too much sugar, I'm going to have dumping syndrome. And she was like, oh, I don't even know. So I don't know. I might have some adverse effects from that. It was like, it's flavored to be like apple flavor or something like that, which it's not what it tastes like. Yeah, it's just weird. And then afterwards, when she was talking to me, she goes, well, I would suggest alternating your solids and your liquids when you're eating to keep things from like getting stuck. And I was like, actually, gastric bypass, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to stop drinking before your meal and then not start up again for like half an hour after. And she was like, oh. And it's like constantly I have to be like, nope, my body is not the same as everybody else's. That's not how it works with me. And then while they were doing the test, it looked like everything went down fine. It was just the process of getting things from chewed, if I had to chew it, to the back of my mouth, or the thicker liquids to swallow. It was really hard for me to actually swallow it. It like sat in my mouth, and I was like, this is embarrassing. Like, this is a ridiculous amount of time to just swallow something. And so that was a little weird. But I only talked to the speech pathologist, I think, about this stuff. They didn't give me like the actual doctor's viewpoint on all of my information yet. I haven't heard my normal results, but just from what she could see, and if I swallow pills, I have to like lean back with the liquid and then swallow it. And she said that could be really dangerous, and that I shouldn't do it like that. If I can get the pill to the way back with the water and then put my head straight to swallow it, otherwise I'm at risk of aspiration. So that's kind of how my appointment went. I just wanted to let you know before I get home with the baby and all the craziness begins again, and then I forget to tell you all the important things. But yeah, it just made me realize, like, in the medical world, like, we are totally different after gastric bypass, and our bodies do not work the same as everybody else, and we constantly have to be reminding them, like, no, I can't take NSAIDs, or no, that has too much sugar, or like, my body just doesn't work like that, and you can't do this. And like, just pay attention and let them know all these things. I feel like they should be, I don't know a little bit more of how to treat us. But I know that they're not like gastric bypass specialists here, but I feel like their care should just be, I don't know, more rounded. I don't know, it's expecting a lot out of them, I guess, to just know how to treat everybody with all different types of things, but in a perfect world. Anyway, I'm gonna go pick up the little munchkin. Talk to you later. I forgot, another thing that she had asked me about was like, oh, do you have a lot of like acid problems and stuff? And I was like, no, I've had gastric bypass. I don't really have stomach acid in there. And I was like, nope. Even before then, I didn't ever have to like take Tums or anything. Even when I was pregnant, I've never had like heartburn or anything. But yeah, anyway. It's Friday. Friday to a very, very crazy week. And oh my word, I'm so tired. So I get up and I'm helping my daughter get ready for school, and my niece comes running upstairs. They need me to work today, I didn't even know, and this guy sent me a copy of my of the schedule, and I found out I had to work, and can you give me a ride? And I was like, if we can get out of the house in the next couple of minutes, yes, I will give you a ride. I give her a ride to work, which is the opposite direction of my daughter's school. I dropped her off, and I go and drop off my daughter early at school, and then I get a message from my niece. They fired me. I was like, oh, great. So now she doesn't even have a job. That's fun. Yeah, this weekend is crazy. I work, today is my long day, so from 9:30 until 7 o'clock at night, I work up at the school, straight, busy, crazy. And then at 7:30, we're having faculty family vespers up at the school I work at. So all the kids will be going over to my sister's house because it's really close to the school, and me and her have the same, we're faculty family members. So we've got like, I don't know, 10 kids, 8 kids from the school that will come over, and we'll spend some nice quality time with them, like we are their faculty family. So that will go until like 9. Then I will get home, and tomorrow is my daughter's Christmas program up at the church. And then tomorrow night, I work tomorrow evening and night. And then after I get off work with that, we're having a cafeteria worker / my babysitter's work Christmas party. And then Sunday, I have to bake 15 giant, I did this last year, gingerbread cookies for my daughter's class. And we have the work White Elephant Christmas party on Sunday evening before I start up for the week again, because Sunday is my only day off. Can I please make it that I work like all week, and then Wednesday is gingerbread decorating day at my daughter's school. Friday is like the parents and families come in for like a big breakfast, which somehow I got nominated of being in charge of that. I don't know why. So I have to help cook and clean up at her school. Then she gets off at noon. Then I'll have to drive her to other family members' house that evening because they asked to have the kids overnight, which is like a thank the Lord, because the next night, Saturday night next week, is going to be my family Christmas party. Then Sunday morning is my husband's family Christmas party. That evening, my friend Emily is coming over to start our Christmas baking, and then the next day we bake all day long. I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. There's too many things every single day. Seriously, every day I've got so many things scheduled. And trying to do that with 2 kids, like I'm exhausted, and trying to deal with weird medical stuff and medical appointments. And my niece, last night she was super helpful. I cannot complain. But generally that is not the case. My life is just crazy. So I better down my coffee. I need to zen for a few minutes before I go get Jackson ready and head to work. Because life is stressful. Really, really stressful. But it's Friday. I feel like saying that means that I have a weekend off. It doesn't really, but hopefully I'll get a few moments rest on the weekend. Oy. Alright, I hope you guys are all doing good. I hope you are not as stressed out as me. Yeah. Anyway, talk to you later. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Bye.